You got your chain lifted up off you.
Yeah. That was a young type of vibe too.
You gave it up easy?
Hell no, I ain't never really talk about this in like a real detail, and I feel comfortable speaking with you about it. So back in the day, right? So I'm young Berg, boom. I got all this shit going on. I got the #1 record on radio. I got the biggest song or whatever. And I think one of the label reps hit me and said, like, yo, when you go to Detroit for Summer Jam, I'm headlining Summer Jam. They like, will you go to this club? They don't want to pay you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good look, it's a relationship. And I'm like, nah, I don't know. I ain't going. I ain't getting paid. I ain't going. Right. Whatever. So I go do the Summer Jam, and I get to the city. I never forget, I flew in on a private jet. I get there, I go to the hotel. This the night before Summer Jam. So, you know, it's that discernment and like making good decision shit we was talking about. I'm young, I'm thirsty. Where the hoes at? I'm in Detroit. Where they at? What's up? I'm in this hotel. I ain't really trying to be in. I ain't got no work out here. I ain't got no personal work.
Right.
I'm here for the Summer Jam. I'm the big dog. Where they at? So a guy that I was dealing with at the time had made a suggestion that we go to a certain spot. Like, yo, let's go here. Such and such gonna be here. This what it is, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I bet. Let's go. Now, I had this big dumbass chain, Shannon, like shit like this big, transformer chain, crazy shit. And you go back to
ticket.
A little
half a ticket.
No, less than that. See, when you get into the carats, then you go ticket.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm almost. When you add me up right now,
Jesus could have hung on one of them crosses right there though.
I'm almost I gotta be at least 2 million if I'm just sitting here right now. But in reality, this is in the era of the big dumb stupid chains or whatever, not the super quality. Yeah. And so boom, I'm on the tour bus. I'm like, should I wear this chain? And I'm like, I had on purple or some shit like that. I'm like, nah, this match. I'm finna wear this shit. So we go in the club. I'm in there. Now I'm in the club and like I want the libations to start flowing or whatever.
Yeah.
These shout me out. They on the mic. I don't see no bottles show up or whatever. I'm just in a spot. So I go to the private room to where the owner or whatever was there, whoever runs the manager of the club. And I'm like, yo, like we really want some bottles for the club. We want some bottles in our section. I'll pay half or a discount. Like, what can we do? Cause I'm in the club, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. And the dude was like, man, my partner say ain't no play for shit for y'all. I'm like, your partner? I'm like, huh? So now it started to click to me. This the same club that the label told me to go to that I said I wasn't gonna go to.
Oh, so your agent probably told them that, and they feeling some type of way.
Oh my God, where they? So now I'm in the club, and I'm like, we're trying to get the fuck up out of here. I know we just walked in, but we're trying to get the fuck. I feel the energy shift.
Yep.
And just on some real, truthful, honest shit, like man, like the club security, whoever was involved into it, how the shit went, the club security ended up just having their way with us. It wasn't like no in the club, it wasn't no nothing.
It was them.
It was the club security. So at that point when it was multiple big with security on their shirt doing whatever they was doing with me or whatever, I gave them the chain. And then from there, like that was kind of like, that was a wild one. That kind of like put a pause to kind of my rapping career. I was like the first that got robbed. Like I'm like the first Indian over the hill. Like for real. And I didn't get robbed every day. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. But at that point, this is like the height of World Star, Twitter, the beginning of all this shit. So like it kind of put me in a bad spot. And then shit, from there, I ain't gonna lie. I got up out of the city at that time because they really did a number on me or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I wish I'd have stayed all up and bruised up and performed for my fans. And I think the narrative would have went a little bit different, but I was listening to too many label executives and management at the time to basically be like, get out of there, don't talk to nobody, don't do nothing, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, the narrative just, and everybody get to put their spin on it instead of me jumping out and saying, yo, this what happened, this one ain't happened, this one happened. That's why I can't with Tory Lanez. I love Tory Lanez, but I can't. Because if he ain't do none of that shit, the first thing he should have been doing, street credibility. Yo, this ain't happened, that ain't happened. That's why you can't condemn Meg and none of this shit. That's why I don't want to hear no bad talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to get in front of that shit sometimes, especially on these levels, for real.
So what advice would you give young rappers? What is it about? What is it about taking a rapper's chain? What is it about that? Is that street cred? Like, oh, you came to my city, I jack your ish. What's that about?
I think back in the day it was, no, hell no. Just want to steal, bro. You already know, yeah, bro. People want what you got.
Right.
Like you a target. Nobody wants to have clarity on just how much of a target you are when you become in this. Like, bro, I can't move the same.
Nope.
I'm terrified everywhere. I'm on defense everywhere I go.
You got to be.
Anything happening, that situation you talking about is got to be almost. That was in 2008. It's 20. It's 18 years ago. So, but at the same token, some bullshit like that can happen 18 years ago. You still be talking about it in a new interview. I done changed my name. I ain't even saying no more.
Right.
But it's still gonna come up. So in reality, bro, you gotta move tactical. You gotta be on defense at all times for real. But I was young and dumb and didn't have the right guidance at that time. If I did, somebody would have told me, man, you know what? You stay here. I'm gonna go to the club. I'm gonna go get the girls. I'm gonna bring them back here. And then let's get some liquor in here. Let's get the vibes going in here. You vibe and do whatever you want to do.
How did Soulja Boy end up with the chain?
I have no clue.
Did you get it back?
I never wanted it. Once you get the chain, somebody robs you from the chain, you don't want it back. What
you got
want?
Bad juju on it now.
Hell no. And then look, I really don't even have no beef with Soulja Boy. That's what's so funny. But you know, I guess he ended up getting it because he was on his clout chasing shit. He wanted to continue on with the shit. I was at so he went and got it, and it never really even bothered me because it was kind of like, I don't even know Soulja Boy like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't look at myself, me and Soulja Boy, at the same type of parallels as well either.
Right. But then we see PnB Rock end up losing his life for his chain.
Man, that one hurt me.
So now you like, hold on. Somebody that I worked with, he lost his life. I was in a very similar situation, and I could have easily lost my life. What goes through your mind now?
He lost his life by not trying to give it up. Get that shit up.
The only thing that can't be replaced is life.
Yo, that shit broke
chain, car, money, I can get all that back.
Yo, that PnB shit broke my heart, bro, because I know that how much of a good man he was. Yeah. I know how much he cared about his daughter. I looked at all the success that we were having at that moment, and to me, it's all about, like I said, being on defense, and then it's the hood mentality. Everybody know you don't go to that Roscoe. Respectfully, you go to the one on Sunset and Gower.
Yeah.
If you going. If you're not going to do it, everybody know not to go to that Bossa Nova right there on Sunset. You order the one, or you go a little further down on Sunset or whatever. And everybody knows how to move out there. But I think that
DoorDash it.
Yeah, but you know what it is though. People feel like when they survive the trenches, coming to LA ain't shit. Well, it's palm trees, but that's the mentality though from a guy from Philly. You know what I'm saying? From Philly, like, man, like, come on, like this easy work. But in reality, man, like, I'm so hurt by that one because, man, I love that guy, man, for real, for real.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because you know we like to do something before 2 something.